Oh my god, what a game! I am so glad I'm getting back into Warframe years later. So, to keep it short and simple, this game was released around like 2013, probably around the PS4 and Xbox One's life cycle back back then. And now here we are about to be in the next gen console, which I'm still not gonna bother, which I'm pretty sure they're gonna put this game on next gen anyway. But enough of this intro, let's get right into the game. So, Warframe, oh my god, it feels like one of the best online games I have played in a while. Now, like I said, I played this game back then, and the developers have made so many changes to this game. So, before I get into all the good stuff, I'm gonna try to get into all the bad stuff with this game. And also, I know I should have probably mentioned this already, but where's my original outfit, you ask? Well, instead, I kind of just decided to dress for the occasion. Yeah. Anyway, not important. What is important is this game. Like I said, I'm gonna get to the bad stuff first before I move on to the good stuff. So, here we go. It's corporate! It's so corporate like. God awful! Are you kidding me? Why is this game heavily revolved around platinum, money? Why? Hey, I can understand from a business point, but come on! Do you really have to make this game heavily revolve around platinum? Really? So, if you go into your ship's arsenal, it's sorted by Warframe, primary weapon, secondary weapon, melee weapon, and all of these cost platinum if you want to get a new character. Really? But thankfully, you can buy blueprints to save yourself a lot of money. But all these weapons also are locked by mastery rank, so you have to grind out the game like hell. And of course, inventory management is a pain in the ass. You have to spend platinum, of course, to expand your inventory, which is very tedious and painful. Like, why? And of course, there is a foundry where you can build these weapons, but this is also time gated. So, if you get a new weapon build, you have to wait and wait, or you can rush it by using platinum, aka money. Really? And the map, oh my god, the map! Okay, the map, it's pretty awesome. You get to explore like 15 or 16 different planet locations, but only to be quickly realized how tedious the navigation system is. Who thought putting a bunch of scribbles on these planet nodes was a good idea? Who? Who? And seriously, if you want to advance to another planet, you can complete these planet junction missions where you have to face these tougher Warframe characters. And if you're not properly leveled, or if you have no idea what you're doing, you're going to get completely melted in like 2 hits. And then you have to try over and over and over until you get your character strong enough. And last but not least, the most painful one I have to say, hey, right out of the starting gate, when you play the game or when you're in the middle of one of your missions, you go up against all these bullet spongy enemies. Same concept. If you don't have a strong enough weapon, you're going to deal with completely bullet sponge enemies. Now, is the game all that bad? Absolutely not. There's actually a lot of good stuff in this game. Now, of course, I will not be able to uncover every little bit of detail in there, and I do plan to come back for a second review for this game if I miss any. But anyway, missions. I love the variety of missions in this game. It feels like they actually made these challenging and or stress relieving. Well, first, there are some missions that require you to play as a team, or you'll get your butt kicked, like interception missions. Not leaving this point. Yeah, you go ahead and capture. I'm just gonna defend while I keep the army busy. Jesus Christ, one thing I hate about this point, so... And also, there's little defense missions. Oh, this... Spy missions where you can breach enemy data vaults for loot. And I thought I was the one that was bad at stealth. Who am I kidding? I'm horrible at it. Oh, I see you through this window. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. You got this. And of course, the fun one, in my opinion, sabotage.
You just destroyed a massive batch of Grineer toxin. Good work.
Now, there is another part of this game I want to talk about, is this was a big one for a time. Instead of going to the Void and getting prime parts easily, they now put it in these little relics, where you have to, if you get a relic, you have to select which relic you want for that mission. And they put these relics up across the planet. And there'll be these little fisher missions you can do by killing void enemies. And the more void enemies you kill, the more little reactant stuff you'll obtain. And you need these reactants to open your relic. And these only open if you complete your mission. There's also these Archwing missions, where if you do this pain-in-the-ass Archwing quest where you have to build, but it's worth it in the end. Because you get to go into goddamn space, shooting all of these enemies out of the goddamn sky, making you feel like you're in an episode of Star Wars. Or better yet, you're in a Star Wars battle, just shooting out all these enemies in space. And I love it! And now, the most interesting mechanic in this game is the rogue system, because if you complete an assassination mission, such as if you kill Captain Vor, for example, or Alad V, there will be this bounty hunter called the Stalker, and he'll actually come after you when you're in the middle of one of your other missions at unexpected times. I love it! And last but not least, the Warframes. I love how each Warframe has their own playstyle, whether it's defense or offense. My personal favorite is the Frost one, who can play good on defense and freeze opponents.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire. An artifact.
The Excalibur Warframe, who just slices enemies with his Exalt blade, just destroying enemies in his path.
The scanner has picked up a target.
And there's a Valkyrie Warframe, who can literally rip and tear enemies apart! Okay, maybe not literally tear them apart, but with the right builds, you can do an insane amount of damage. And here we are at the final score. Now, I know I haven't been able to get a lot of stuff in this game into this review because this game has a lot of content in it, and I do plan to make a second review at some point in the future for this game. So, with that being said, the final score for Warframe, as some people would call it, Warfarm, would be at its best a 7 out of 10. But honestly, it doesn't feel like it's a 7 out of 10. If you include the repetitive grind and the repetitive missions that you have to do over and over, it can get boring after a while. And for some people, I can understand. I can understand the frustration with that grind. This game feels like a 6 out of 10, honestly. And that's what the final score is, a 6 out of 10. It's not a bad game in particular. It's actually a pretty good game as well. You can get a lot of friends together, go on missions, defeat enemies all together. You can attack the Corpus, the Grenier, or even go against the Infested. And I do like how each of these guys have their own factions. I like the way where these developers are going, and if they put in cross-platforming, which they have been talking about, but it's not confirmed. If they put in cross-platforming, that would be amazing. But as it stands right now, oh, it is a pretty decent game. It's not that bad, but it's at a fair state. And I do recommend anyone trying this game, whether you're on Xbox, PC, PlayStation, or Nintendo Switch. I do recommend giving this game a try. It is free to play, of course. So, that's all I got for the Warframe review. So until next time, you guys, I'll see you all in the next episode.